In a jaw-dropping twist that has left South Africans and the international community stunned, President Cyril Ramaphosa has reportedly issued a formal apology to the High Court of South Africa after the shocking revelation of an international arrest warrant allegedly issued against him. The extraordinary development has pushed the nation into uncharted political territory, sparking questions about accountability, sovereignty, and the very survival of Ramaphosa's presidency. Ramaphosa's apology, delivered in a tense courtroom session earlier today, was described by legal observers as both unprecedented and desperate. With his voice subdued and demeanor unusually humble, the president admitted to errors of judgment in his handling of past scandals and acknowledged the damage done to South Africa's image abroad. "I stand before this court not only as a president but as a citizen of this republic," Ramaphosa reportedly said. "If my actions have brought embarrassment to this nation, I seek forgiveness. South Africa must not be punished for the failures of its leaders." The statement sent shockwaves across the chamber, with some interpreting it as a genuine display of remorse while others dismissed it as a calculated attempt to avoid prosecution. The alleged international arrest warrant, said to be linked to financial improprieties and controversial dealings uncovered by global watchdogs, has placed immense pressure on Ramaphosa's already fragile presidency. While details remain murky, sources suggest the warrant originated in Europe, possibly in connection with investigations into offshore accounts and the infamous Failure scandal. If enforced, such a warrant would not only tarnish South Africa's international reputation but could also trigger a constitutional crisis, as the country has never before faced the prospect of its sitting president being detained abroad. Legal experts remain divided on whether the High Court has the power to effectively shield Ramaphosa from the fallout of the warrant. Some argue that a formal apology, coupled with the court's discretionary authority, could pave the way for leniency, possibly granting him temporary protection while negotiations with international bodies take place. Others, however, warn that pardons are not political shields. The High Court may acknowledge his apology, one constitutional scholar explained, but forgiveness in the court of public opinion is another matter. International law cannot be swept aside by a single courtroom gesture. Inside the ANC, Ramaphosa's apology has deepened divisions. Loyalists hail it as an act of humility aimed at preserving stability, while critics accuse him of weakness and betrayal. The opposition, meanwhile, is demanding his immediate resignation, insisting that no president facing an international warrant can legitimately remain in power. Across social media, the nation is ablaze with debate. Hashtags like #Ramaphosa apology and #High Court decision are trending, with many South Africans expressing anger, confusion, and disbelief at the extraordinary spectacle of their head of state pleading for mercy before the judiciary. Global reaction has been swift. Diplomats warn that the High Court's decision, whether to pardon or proceed, could define South Africa's standing on the world stage for years to come. Investors are on edge, opposition leaders are circling, and citizens are bracing for what could be one of the most consequential rulings in modern South African history. As the High Court deliberates, the question looms large: will Ramaphosa's apology be enough to spare him from the consequences of an international arrest warrant, or has the damage already gone too far? The answer could not only determine his fate but also chart the course of South Africa's democracy at a moment when trust in leadership has never been more fragile. For now, the president's future, and the nation's credibility, hang in the balance.